it's working.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
good.
Laurie, you really need to play Another World. It's really, really cool. Uh, you have some interesting solutions to certain parts, and
Yeah,
it's old, and it's and the graphics. Well, currently there are some new indie games coming out with graphics similar to that,
yeah.
but it's really, really fun.
Yeah, it
And
looks like a modern indie game, to be honest.
exactly.
Well,
And my last game, it's the sort of that's the line that coincides with everybody in us. That's Arma 3. The and I like it because of the potential of sandbox that it is. You have the wasteland mode, the King of the Hill, the Battle Royale, the breaking point that I'm seeing people playing and seems interesting to play. That sort of stuff. And I've already sunk way too many hours into that, and that's the game that normally when I get home that I feel like I want to play more and more. And not, I would say try to get better at it, but I know I'll never be good at it. So I'll say have fun and have experiences because it really, really sinks me in sometimes in the heart of when gunfight, when you're hiding behind a rock, moving from bush to bush, trying to find cover and flanking the enemy.
Oh,
It's really exciting times.
yeah, okay. The Shadows is asking, did you Togo play the flashback game?
Yes, I did play the flashback game.
Okay.
It was
Yeah, it was
not
very
not
nice.
the new
No, no,
re-release
no, no.
of
The
the
the the
game
the
because
the, the old one. Yeah, the old one. Very
yeah, the
nice.
old one. It was really, really cool. Also,
Okay, so what can we add about
those are
Arma
her.
3?
Armored
Nothing.
3. Well, it's nothing. You can talk about it also, Merrick, because it's also
Yeah.
on your list
Yes,
that you
I will
can
show my
add on.
list. I will show my list. I divided my list into two parts. The first part are the games that I played back in the day when I was young and had a lot of time to play. So and from that time there is like only one game standing out which I chose because like back then I did not really pay attention to the quality of the game, like apart from the replay to the playing of it. Like the most important thing was like the how good can you play this game. Like I played a lot of shooters, fighting games, and the most important thing was playability of the game. Like, and from that time I chose to put on the list the Fallout 2 game.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about UFO Enemy Unknown, as it was also one of the most important games which I played back in the day. But overall, I chose Fallout 2 as like a representation of all the RPG games that I played, and for me, it was like far the best RPG game that I played, and it was really fun. I spent a lot of time just wandering through the wastelands and looking for the quests, and the humor in the game was very nice. All the references to Star Wars, to Monty Python, to all that cool stuff, it was there. So it was like the perfect RPG back in the day for me. Fallout 3 was also nice. I enjoyed it very much, but like with the Fallout 2 on my list, I wanted to like gather all the games that I played a lot back in the day, and yeah, that's it. To
So,
be honest, yeah.
one thing, I never played a Fallout game, any of them. I've
Mm-hmm.
seen a bit of 3 being played. 2, I've seen just screenshots, honestly. So, with Fallout 4 coming out now, that apparently will be a game that will try to kick everybody's ass. What do you recommend for a guy that never played Fallout? Should he play Fallout 1? Should he play Fallout 2? Start at Fallout 2? I know that
Play
2,
them
3 they
all. Play
completely
them
change
all,
into the
and
Play
first.
them all,
yeah,
yes.
play them all.
Play
Like
them all.
I would say, honestly, it depends on how much the old graphics how much are you gonna accept the old graphics, because this is just like the if you are able to accept the graphics of Fallout 1 and Fallout 2, then play them first, then play Fallout 3, then New Vegas. It's okay, like you will enjoy every of them probably, and everyone
But
will
are
be
the story,
great.
without any spoilers, are the stories sort of connected, or just like there was a nuclear fight, you're in the wastelands at one
They
point
are
and you're at
connected,
another
but I
point?
think that you can play any of those games. Like they are
Yeah,
not
of course.
strictly connected.
Okay.
You can play Fallout
Yeah.
2. Like Fallout 2 is really a bigger, better Fallout 1, to be honest. Yeah. So because it's like the same engine exactly, the graphics are the same. It's a bigger story, bigger world, bigger, much more things to do, and there is some connection between the main characters. I think Fallout 2 takes place like in different place and a bit further into the future. I think, as I remember, there is a Fallout. The guy from the Fallout 1 is like a legend in Fallout 2 or something like that. So. It doesn't really, like, you can play any of them and it will be nice. So
Yeah, you will still enjoy it.
you will still enjoy it. Yeah, I enjoyed them very
also-
much.
A good idea to play a game that I haven't been able to play yet because I haven't had the time, but the new Wasteland.
Yeah,
Oh, the
the new
Wasteland 2?
the Wasteland 2, you mean?
Wasteland 2, yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, I heard it's okay. There were some problems with optimization. It ran
Oh, and
bad,
yeah, by
but
the way,
but
right
I
now
don't think that you're.
they are importing it to New Unity, and
Yeah.
you will get all that for free.
Yeah. So yeah, it should. My friend plays it, and he played like 80 hours already, and he did not finish it. So there is a
Yeah.
lot of content in
It's a
that.
really
So
good game.
Merrick, I'm confused. You said friend? What is friend?
I don't know, it's, random people on Steam. Like I ask them, "Can you be my friend?" And he says, "Yes." Okay, fuck off. Yes, I will be your friend, but fuck off. And we never speak again. And I just lurk and stalk them what they play. So these are the people I call friends. Anyway, coming back to my list. So the rest of my list is like more modern games. After, like, I don't know, the oldest one, which is Call of Duty 4, is like, I don't know, 2008 or something like that. So these are the games which I played when I was like more. I did not look for the games just to play them. I wanted something more, maybe, from the games, like something new, something different. And I remember that I had an Xbox 360 then, and I played some games, but each of them was like boring. The games that I enjoyed before, after I bought Xbox 360, became boring, like killing people, mindless, stupid stories and stuff like that. I remember Gears of War, I think 2 or maybe 3, and like mechanically it was alright, but the story was pure shit, and I did not enjoy it, to be honest. So then I played Call of Duty 4, and even though the game is like a classic shooter, then there was something different with that game, because this was the first game which I really thought about like a movie. Like when you watch a movie, for example, like Platoon, about the Vietnam War, like it's an anti-war movie, yeah. So while playing Call of Duty 4, I felt it was the most anti-war game that I ever played, because while playing it, I remember there was one mission where you have to save the tank. There was a tank, it's immobilized. You get to the tank, and then there are like hordes of enemies coming and shooting you, trying to destroy the tank, and you have to like kill them all to save the tank. And I remember playing that mission, and after it was finished, it was like at one place I really felt like relief that this is over. Yeah, this
Mhm.
like I felt like I'm on really on some mission in on war, like, and I felt it's all over, it's okay, we are safe. But then the guy came, like the captain or something like that, and he said that we have to move on, like to another mission. And this was the one place where when I felt that I don't really want to fight again. Like you know, I imagined how does it feel when there's like intense action and it finishes, and then you have to do this again. And this is what war looks like. Yeah, you are constantly under pressure of fighting, and I felt then that I like. As a character in that game, I don't want to fight anymore. I want to go home and be like safe. Yeah? I don't want to risk my life again. Yeah? And this was the most anti-war feeling which I got from the game and even from the movie, because the difference between games and movies is that in movies everything is like you watch everything from the third person perspective. Like it's something that you are experiencing, not yourself but the characters. And some movies are powerful, but it's nothing compared to the game, where it's like your perception is much different. You experience everything from your perspective, like, and everything is much more powerful. Even something which would not hit you in the movie, it like hits you 10,000 times more in the game because you experience it yourself. And this was like in Call of Duty 4, it was the moment like that when I experienced the horror of war, and I did and really felt that the war is the worst shit ever created by man. So that, and also the other things from the game, because the single player campaign was very nice. Yeah, the different settings, the different missions, the different times, like the Chernobyl mission was crazy good. And
The one with the chili suit and
yeah. That was something very nice, and that's why I still think about this game, and I have it on my top anything list, to be honest. And it was very important game for me.
But by the way, can I ask quickly? You talked about the brutality of the war and that kind of stuff, and there was this mission in one of Call of Duties, the one that you go to the airport and you start to shoot people.
The Modern Warfare 2, yeah, it was
Yeah,
in the
that
second one.
had-
Yeah, there was.
yeah.
You were a terrorist,
And
I think.
and even though I didn't like those games anymore, like I like COD 4, but like that's the difference between movies and games, like you just said. Like at the end of that mission, I realized that I wouldn't have to shoot anybody. Like the elevator is open and you could like just walk, and you don't have to shoot at anyone. But when the elevator is open and you have a gun in your hand, you automatically start to shoot, and that like made me think a little bit. It was an like an interesting
Yeah.
mission.
I have the thing that you're talking about. The like in games that when you have a gun and you see someone else, then you assume that he's your enemy and you have to shoot them. There, I remember two games about this. The one is the new one, the Titan Souls, the indie game, where you have to kill some bosses, and one of the bosses says to you, why do you want to kill me? Like, he doesn't fight back. He just asks you, why do you want to kill me? Yeah? So this is like the situation where you assume you have to kill him. No one says to you that you have to do that, but you assume that you have to kill him, and he doesn't fight back. So you can ask yourself, is it really what this is all about? Yeah, that you have to kill enemies. And the other situation like that was, I remember indie game where you flew a spaceship, yeah, and there were some creatures, like it was like a casual. I don't remember the name of the genre, but you know, the spaceship is on the bottom, and on the top there are some enemies. They come down, and you have to. Normally, you have to
Space
shoot them.
Invader style.
It's
Yeah.
something like that, yeah. And
Yeah.
in that game, you could shoot laser beams, yeah, but there was no manual. It did not say to you that you have to do something. And the strange thing about this game was because it was not really a game; it was like performance, artistical, and each time you killed a enemy in that game, a random file from your disk was deleted by the game. So you were punished by that you are starting to shoot, yeah, that you are starting killing things in the game, but no one says that to you. Like you assume you can shoot, and there's some stuff coming down, so I will kill them, yeah. But each time you kill them, the random file from your disk is erased. So that was like
That's brutal.
yeah, that's brutal, but it was not a real game. Like it was not published anywhere. It was like just
Yeah.
for people
So
to
that's what happened to my homework. I thought that I had made
to all
it.
your hentai games, probably.
All the porn files. All the. Oh god, they were lost.
Okay, so
So
next game. Let's finish about the Call of Duty and killing. So the next game on my list, from going from down to up, is Papers, Please. Papers, Please is for me, it's the only game that I would consider art. Honestly, like, but not art meaning like the graphical things and stuff like that, but it's the closest thing to be considered art, like for example movies are art, yeah. So which make you feel something and really think about yourself in what would you do in some certain situations, and how do you judge people that do something in certain situations and stuff like that. Like if the movie is good, then it makes you think about some stuff. Of course, not all the movies which are good do that, but some of the movies which are good, they make think you about what happened in the movie and how did the characters behave, what were their decisions and their choices. And in that game, because I'm not sure if you know what this game is about. Togo, I think, knows because
I know a little bit about.
yeah.
the
So
art
so
on,
this is like a
border
this is
control.
yeah. You are this is like a post-Soviet country which gained independence, and there are some. There are many other countries like that in around it, and many people want to go to that country because it does better than that other countries. And you are a simple citizen in that country, which is chosen by a lottery or something like that to be a guy on the border which checks documents for people coming into the country. So the mechanic of the game is that you are sitting in a booth, you have like a stamp, and you get the documents, passports, and anything that is required. You check if it's all right. If it's all right, you give a stamp, and the guy which gave you the documents is coming inside. If something is wrong, then it's up to you to decide what to do. Either like make him go away, or if he's a terrorist or on a wanted list and stuff like that, then you can arrest him. And at first it's very simple, but the more you play, the more stuff is like required. There are visas, there are like certain conditions that you can't get people inside which are from that country. They have to have like a work permit, they have to have something like that. There are more and more documents, more and more stuff for you to decide. There is also a bigger story and there are like a couple of things here. So one bigger story is that there is some resistance, yeah, like underground, and
Yeah.
they want you to help them do something, which you don't really know what is it, but they want you to do something. The other part of the story is that you have a family, and the more you work, the more money you get, and the more things you can buy for your family, which is not like anything special, but just food and to make the your house warm, yeah? So they don't get ill, and you don't have to buy antibiotics for them and stuff like that, yeah. So these are the main parts of the story. Of course, there are some simple things like recurring characters which come with documents. Like there is a guy that comes and says that he has everything okay, but there is his wife coming, yeah, and he must come with his wife. Then his wife comes, and you see that she has something wrong with her documents because her visa expired yesterday, yeah. And it's like up to you to decide if you will let her in or you will not. Like, will you let her in and be with her husband, because they are old people, like 70-year-old, or do you risk it? Do you risk it to let her in, but it can have like bad things for your family, or do you don't let her come in and they will be separated because he's already in, yeah, and he can't get out. So there are some very significant choices made. Like, do you behave like do you work with
the good guy or the bad guy?
Yeah, but what does it mean that you are a good guy? Is it like what is what?
Great.
Yeah, everything is great, because do you like play by the rules to save your family, or do you like risk it and then your family, like, what is more important for you, that some stranger comes and he's with his wife, or is it your family that is like more important? Yeah, like, you know, do you collaborate with the government? This game struck me very much because of the situation in Poland. Like, Poland is a country which I remember from nowadays people don't remember that, but I remember the communist regime in Poland, and there is also a strong like call for justice in Poland. That some people say that everyone who collaborated with the communist government is a traitor now. Yeah, so we have to like say he collaborated with the communists, so he must be eliminated from public life, for example. So this game really asks these questions, like, is the collaboration really bad? For example, if it's because you did it for your family, for example, yes, stuff like, and simple. The game is very simple. The mechanic is very nice. Like, if you don't think about those things, it still is a nice game which you can play yourself without thinking about all these additional things. But when you get all these additional things and think about the game as a whole, for me, it's like the deepest game ever created. Like everyone should play this, yeah. It's like
Now
I can easily tell that it has moved you, Marek.
Yes, it has. It has moved me like any
Laurie,
other
have
game.
you played this game, Laurie?
I know the game. I know a little bit about the mechanics of the game, but not right now. After the
after Marek,
said,
we have to buy it. Yes.
yeah, we really have to get it.
No, because I'm interested in your opinion on it, Laurie. But first, I'll just have to ask Marek one question about the game. Are the people that go to the border checkpoint random, or each time you play it, is it always the same situation?
It's always the same situation. Yeah, because some people are random, but these are just randoms. Yeah, there is like. There are randoms and the story people, and the story people are always the same. But in the game there are like 22 endings, I think. So if
Okay.
even if you finish the game, you get one ending, then you see that there are some different endings, and you want to like you think how, because for example there is ending that you are still alive after like 30 days, because you play for 30 days. Each day something new is added to the game, and some different people are coming. So the main like the first ending is that you come to the first ending is that you die somewhere because you get like killed by the government. Then the second
Don't tell
ending,
too
for
much.
example, is that you are alive after
The
30 days.
spoilers, the spoilers. The
Yeah,
spo-
that's not really the spoiler. So
Laurie, I don't know much about Finnish history or political history. Did you have any dictatorship over there in terms of government?
Yeah, well, not that way that Poland did. Not really.
Because I would find it interesting because Portugal had a fascist dictatorship until '74, and I'm not sure how Finland. I think it would be interesting to have an opinion of somebody that never lived on a country that had a dictatorship ruling them for a long period of time to see if they feel the same. Because Merrick obviously it hits home when he sees all that type of things in game. It's like, oh my god, this is very very close to true. Besides all the Big Brother books and the admirable New World,
Hmm.
Brave New World. Oh
Brave New World.
god. Yeah. But I was wondering precisely if Flory would be that subject, the guy that didn't experience dictatorship, and it's like, oh yes. So the game isn't that that good. Just you people that lived in oppressed countries. It would be fun to have that different opinion. But for sure, I'm going to play. And Merrick, in a game that's people say that it's very similar to this, not in the gameplay or stuff, but because of the hard choices that you have to make on it. Did you play this War of Mine?
No, not yet, not yet. And I have this on my
Need you
radar,
to.
on my wish list high, but I almost bought it, but I did not play it. It's a Polish game,
Was
to be honest. So,
was
so
it the one? What was the name?
this war of
This
mine.
War of Mine.
This
Was it
is
the one with the girl? The the
no, no.
no? Okay.
No,
I'm
it's where you're
confusing.
playing
No,
a group of
it's where you are a
survivors in the middle of a war
yeah,
zone.
you are a civilian in the middle of a war zone, and you have to like gather resources and
Ah, this war of yeah, that I know. Yeah. I really want to try that one out. Did they just have like new characters in the
yes,
game?
yes, yes. I think yes.
Stories and
Yeah,
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 yeah.
I think America's stream of that game should be very very cool to watch.
yeah.
A
So
first
okay,
playthrough.
Yeah.
let's come to let's go to the last two games.
Oh, the
The
last two games, those
one
tiny games.
is is a total surprise. The one,
Yeah.
and it's like the favorite game of our variety streamer on Twitch, Binding of Isaac. Yeah, so I'm counting here like Rebirth and the first one as one because it's very similar game, so it doesn't really matter which one I would choose. Yeah, this is the perfect indie game for me, and apart from the addictive gameplay, it has also a story that I really enjoy. Even
The
that you don't have
story.
to think about it during gameplay, but the setting, the graphics, the overall idea about the Binding of Isaac is like very nice for me. I've spent 300 more than 300 hours playing both versions, so the replayability is like tremendous, the biggest one of the biggest ever, and there was no way I wouldn't include the Binding of Isaac in this list.
Like I
Everyone
said, I find I like the game. I don't absolutely love it, but I find myself sometimes getting back to it, and it's addictive because you're
yeah,
always,
it's
what
very
item will I
addictive.
get?
Yeah, I have a friend, the one which played the Wasteland for 80 hours, who is a hardcore RPG player. He plays almost only RPG games, and I told, because his brother is doing a game and he did a game, and let's just say that I wanted him to show how the real indie game, the good indie game looks like. So he didn't want to check it, but after it was on sale, I made him buy the original Isaac, and he played it like for 50 hours. He really just like got addicted to it and played hell of it, almost finished everything. So it's very addictive, and it's very, you are able to the replayability is great. And
I think we'll hear about it over the following weeks and weeks and weeks, because
yes,
Merrick will always play it.
yeah, because we always play, yeah. I'm right now. I'm finishing the
Isaac MOBA.
Yeah, and the last game, which is Arma 3 and 2, because it's all the core features of both games are the same. It's just like not very much has changed, and I count here all the modes and all the, like, Daisy, the same is inside of this whole sack of called Arma. And honestly, if I were to choose one game which I would play to the rest of my life, and with online capabilities, of course, it would be Arma 3 right now. So the things that you can do in this game are like totally amazing. You can do everything if you have time and resources. Like the most the biggest issues with the game come from its like openness. Yeah, the fact that it's like a virtual machine with scripts running, and you can change everything in the game, and it makes it like sometimes unplayable because of the Dsync and the net problems, but also it makes Arma like the foundation on which you can build anything, and it's amazing. There's no other game like that. And
I think Arma, it's basically the game where the name of our podcast.
yes, the
Supplied.
Dsync.
The Dsync Central.
Did you guys, by the way, talk about Arma? Did you play Operation Flashpoint for Arma?
I played it a bit, and I played the first Arma.
Flashpoint or Arrow?
Operation Flashpoint. Operation Flashpoint is the original Arma, because they sold.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they sold the trademark to the other company and started. They changed the name of Operation Flashpoint to Arma Cold War or something like that.
Yeah,
and
Cold War, yeah.
Operation Flashpoint is developed like a different game. And the Arma Cold War you can find on Steam is like an original Operation Flashpoint.
Okay.
I played it back in the day for a bit, but
Yeah,
never
actually,
got into it really.
we played.
I was too young.
Yeah, we played the Operation Flashpoint in Army because it had a Finnish mod where we had like all the Finnish guns, vehicles, uniforms, that kind of stuff. So it was funny that we would train by day and then go to play the same thing we just did on the field. So it was a funny thing, and a really fun game too.
Okay, so I think that's all for the top 5 stuff.
Well, about Arma 3, I'm just wondering, do you think they will add that breaking game feature that's called jumping?
But do you really think that jumping is like important?
No, I don't need the jumping. I would like my character to fall 3 feet without dying.
Oh yeah, okay. That's something like jumping off is like a needed feature. Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, I would love the stairs not to kill me, and
Yeah.
The armor glitches are the funniest things ever. They are so rage-inducing. It's so
one
such an
day,
amazing.
one day, if like 2 million more people buy Daisy standalone, then maybe we will have the budget to like to do the patches for Armor Free. We need
Not
more.
sure. Daisy standalone now it's focusing on coming on Xbox. Haven't you heard?
And PS4.
No, well, PS4 was
PS4.
like last year, so they don't
Yeah, but
they don't
Yeah,
support it anymore.
they don't talk about that
They
anymore. No,
talk
I'm
about.
kidding. Probably they'll talk in Gamescom or something like that.
yeah.
So we are done with the top 5. Can I just talk about something because it
No, no, no.
happens?
It's the end. Sorry.
It's the end. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Bye, bye.
I'm not sure. Just one thing that I found curious, because it also has a little bit to do with what we've been talking about. I'm not sure, did you follow that Steam Spy launched what they thought were the results of the last Steam Summer Sale in
Yeah.
terms of their top 10 games sold?
Yes.
That number 1 was Counter-Strike Go
Yes.
for a total of nearly 1 million sales, 935,000 copies. Of course, these are estimates according to what their search engine finds on the Steam profiles. Number 2, Ark Survival Evolved with 445,000. So the number
Yeah.
of
It
CS:GO
says like
for the 1 million
they
is crazy.
10 million dollars earned by Ark. This is crazy. If it's
Yeah.
true, of course.
Then Castle Crashers, that I know it's a co-op game and probably I think more for kids, that also sold 400,000 copies. Left 4 Dead 2, it's still selling 400,000 copies. That leaves me blown away. How to Survive sold 300,000, and this is a survival game. I'm not sure. Have any of you played this How to Survive
No,
game?
but it was very very cheap. So most people like just got it.
Yeah, it was
I was
under
watching
one.
a stream of it just for a moment, but I was considering buying it, but then I thought that I have like 200 games that I did not even install on my disc, so maybe
Yeah.
buying a new game is not such a good idea. But then I bought like 5 games after that, so it's okay.
Then we have the result of Witcher 3, that's Witcher 2 Assassin of Kings, that sold around 270,000 copies. And Payday 2, Borderlands 2, Fallout New Vegas, and Metro Last Light Redux, all of them still above 240,000 copies each.
I don't know who bought Payday 2.
I bought it, but
I
not
bought
on
it
the
too.
Steam Summer
I bought
Sale.
it too.
But it should appear as.
But not yeah, but back then when it came out.
Still haven't played it.
Yeah,
It's just one of those other games it's not bad.
the whole article was very interesting, but I'm not sure how much correct those data are. Like, is it real?
People say that their numbers aren't that far off regarding to other times that they've presented numbers.
And how many
for a
of those
certain game
games
on Steam.
got refunded?
No, well, you have to see that. I think what they do with their algorithm is they, at a certain day, they see how many
Yeah,
people
yeah,
have
I
their
understand.
profile open and have the game listed there. So on that day, there was these certain copies that appeared. So I'm not sure if they managed to see the profiles that are private or not, and what numbers we are getting there or not in terms of what's hidden. But I think it's curious to see some games that I didn't give anything about, like Castle Crashers. I know Ark was big. Twitch is
Yeah,
Twitch.
Castle Crashers was like popular on consoles. I remember it very
And
much.
that was like 2 years ago.
Yeah, a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
And number Payday supposedly having a total people buying it of 4.6 million. It's something absolutely crazy for a game that I haven't still played.
I have
But
played
that
one
just
mission
applies
in that.
why GTA made the heists mode, right?
Yeah. Okay, so do you have anything to add? Or do we
Besides
finish
the
this?
Warner Brothers Batman thing, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's very interesting. I heard that the game works very very good on PS4, but like a total pile of shit on on PC.
It was made.
I
It was made for the consoles,
Yeah, yeah.
basically. I think that's
it,
the problem.
it
I'm not sure how. I'll like to know when the game finally is workable on PC, when they finally re-release it on sales.
I think it will be like a month still to go.
yeah.
It
It,
seems like the game was released too early or something
yeah,
like that
yeah.
because
They
from
had a
what I've
rush.
read, there are like some groundbreaking things. So they did
But
not even say that. They just say
but they
that they are
knew.
working on this. So most
Nah.
probably they are rewriting everything from scratch.
Mm.
I think they took a really brave statement in pulling it out of the store, but I think they also took it out of the store because they were getting negative overall reviews on Steam that normally doesn't happen to a AAA game, even when it sucks like when it's broken like this. And they were brave to take it out of the store, but nobody convinces me that they didn't know how broken the game was. They weren't releasing the PC review codes when they were releasing
Yeah,
the
yeah, yes,
PS4
yes.
ones for
Yeah,
nothing. They knew it. They
yeah,
fed on the pre-orders. They let the game sell for as extra 2 days, and I bet they sold a bunch of copies that I'm not sure how many were refunded. But because of also the Steam refunds, I think that's why they pull it out. If not, they would have just left it and let the players burn. And this is their only way to probably re-release the game and even give like a DLC for free, or maybe Batman Arkham Origins that everybody disliked. Something
yeah.
like that.
For free. Yeah.
I'm guessing some PR bullshit like that.
Like, yeah. And it's too bad that the PC one had those problems. But I like myself. I enjoy the stories of those games and the acting of those games, but I haven't really ever played those games. And
I played
when
the
this,
first one, the Arkham Asylum.
yeah,
I
yeah,
really enjoyed it
yeah.
back on Xbox 360.
When
Then I tried to play the City, but I got bored with it quickly, to
yeah,
be honest.
when this the last one, this one, the newest one came out, I just waited for the cinematics to come up on YouTube, and I spoiled the story. I wanted to see the story,
Yeah.
and now I know how it ends, and I'm fine with the
That's
game.
that's a way of experience the game, and that's also why some companies are afraid of the Let's Play on YouTube and the Twitch streamers also,
Yes, yes, of
because
course.
they are afraid they might lose a player. But honestly, I'm not sure if the cinematics weren't online, if Lori would even bother in playing the game or buying the game.
No,
Not sure. Not sure they
no,
can say, no, we lost a customer because he saw everything. It's like, no, not necessarily. He would have ever been so curious to buy
yeah.
it.
I just wanted to see if it was really the mature Batman that they say it will be. I just wanted to see the story, and that's it.
With the Arkham Knight, I really am not that sold on the setting. Like, I know that this is not Bruce Wayne. This is like some future stuff, and I think that I prefer the regular Batman in this game, not the science fiction one, the future cyber Batman. Cyber
You're
Batman.
talking about the new cartoons,
I'm talking
or
about the game, the Arkham Knight.
Are
but
you giving
Ar-
out spoilers?
No,
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 I
it's,
think
I don't think it's a
but
spoiler.
the Arkham Knight, the cyber Batman, it's a character. It's not Batman. It's the main villain.
Okay, never mind. Let's switch subjects.
Spoilers!
No,
Spoilers!
it's
I
not a
don't, I
spoiler.
don't know.
It's not a
Maybe
spoiler.
maybe I'm too
It's
sleepy
on
now
the trailer.
to
No,
think.
no, 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 no. It's on the.
Yeah,
No,
maybe
no.
you are probably right.
It's on the trailers because
You are
Bruce
probably
there's
right.
was dead.
no. It's on the trailers right away. When you start the game, you will know who's the main villain on the game, and the if you said something about the cyber kind of Batman, that's not Batman. That's the Arkham Knight, and
Okay,
Arkham Knight is a bad guy.
Yeah, okay. Never mind. I don't know. I don't know. No, I don't know. I don't know.
I
So
don't know if we are talking
what
about
we
the
were
same
talking
thing.
about? What we were talking about?
Well, this is the moment that we say if anybody in chat that has any question can ask us. and can post them in the chat. And while we wait for that, if anything appears, we can discuss. Let me think about. I had something on the top of my mind, and it's gone. It's gone. Oh,
Yeah, I think
the
that we can
the
discuss.
Sony PlayStation 4 sales in Europe. Did you guys heard? The Sony executive and I think the Xbox guys admitted it. In Europe, we were talking to 70 to 90% PlayStation 4s,
Oh,
and in
nice.
Japan it's even worse for the Xbox One. So.
Yeah, the Xbox always sold bad in Japan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
It sells even worse now.
it's selling even worse now.
Like,
But I think the really bad move on Xbox in Europe, it was as simple as the Xbox One came out in last September in Portugal. So it's not even been released 1 year
yeah.
in Portugal.
The same in
It
Poland.
took forever to come here. It was like, no, UK first, then maybe France. I'm not sure what countries in Europe they favor it, but in Portugal it was just September last year when everybody was already playing Xbox One for 1 year. It was like, what? Are we secondary market now? So
Yeah, I
everybody
think
just went for the PlayStation 4.
I think it was about the same time in Finland too.
It's just
It was
like, what the
really
hell?
late. Yeah.
Are
I
they
don't.
just focusing on the American market slash UK?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really all the same to me. I don't care about an Xbox because there's
No,
the
What
I,
what
broken,
I'm
what are we
broken.
talking about?
Let
Is
me
there
say there's this broken Halo collection, and then there's some mindlessly raped Gears of War coming out, and that's that.
Yeah,
You can
there is this Quantum Break
oh,
game
yeah,
that
oh,
looks.
the
Finish
weird
game.
Quantum Break that people were disappointed that didn't came out in.
Yeah, and it will, yeah, but there's like no point of buying an Xbox One.
No, in terms of Xbox slash PlayStation 4 fight, I'm only interested in it because most of their exclusives are coming for PlayStation 4 slash PC or Xbox One slash PC, and so
Hmm.
PC users get them all.
Yep.
And Bloodborne, please come to PC already. But there are some exceptions to the rule. But
Hmm.
unlike Nintendo, that locks them all in Nintendo console, and that's where you can play them. So if Xbox One is fighting PlayStation 4, maybe they will come out with new games and new stuff that they will also release on PC, like Titanfall, for an example.
Dan says in chat that Microsoft has been a reactionary company for the better part of the decade. So it's just reacting to the other players' actions. And I wonder because the couple of last year there's a new chief in Microsoft, and already I've seen that many things have changed. Like not in the Microsoft the gaming one, but the big one, like the free Windows update and many changes to the .NET development platform. I am wondering if this will also affect the Xbox part of the company, and could this be a sign of some fresh air which would come into Xbox? Will they like risk anything? Because I wonder what will be the outcome from the current generation, the PS4 and Xbox One. Like, is there a chance that one of them will only prevail, or stay on the
No,
market?
I think
And
the
is
between the
are
two,
there any
maybe not.
plans for the new generation? Like, are they thinking about this? Because to be honest, let's face it, the current generation is already
Old
a
generation.
failure. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's like I understand that for like 2 years probably it will still be okay, because the same thing was like with PS3 and Xbox 360. The PCs were much better, but they still released games that had to be compatible with the PS3 and Xbox 360. So they made games look worse, like to be able to put them on the last generation of consoles. But it was after many years where the consoles were much better than PCs. Yeah, the I remember when the consoles were better than PCs, and now just after the release, we already have the situation where the consoles are worse than PCs. So how
Yeah.
long this will last? Like in 3 years, games on PC will be like totally not something that you will not be able to see on PS4 on
I'm,
Xbox One. Yeah. So
for
they will
that
have.
answer, we need some data that we don't have.
Yeah, no,
We
probably
would
yes, but
need we would need to know, for example, on the Witcher 3 case, how much units did it sold on PC, how much units did it sold on Xbox One, how many units did it sold on PS4, and for most of
Mm.
those AAA titles, for you to know where the market is, because where they sell the most units, it's where they're going to develop the games. So
Yeah.
unless PC starts outselling both of the consoles, or at least equally to the consoles, I think most of the gaming development will be at least conflicted for the normal view of the game. Then you can have ultra mode, will be for these consoles. And I think what could save Xbox, it's scrap Xbox One and forget it, and like say in 2 years, 2017, we have the new Xbox and it's a beast. And that would be the game changer of
Mm.
them rushing in with the new
yeah,
console
yeah,
to
exactly.
face off.
That was what I was thinking about. Is this even possible that something like that will happen? Because this, I think that this can only come from Xbox because knowing the not like maybe not knowing but reading about the bad situation at Sony, which is like very bad.
Yeah,
I don't think that they have the willpower for a risky move like releasing a
no,
new console. Yeah, so
no. Sony with the supposedly with the majority of the market won't come out with a new console on their own. Sony will feed off on trying to get games to pay license to them and sell the games for their console that's on top of the market. And you have to see why are they in the majority of the market? They got the Call of Duty on their press conference, and that says it all. It says that Activision knows where they will sell the most units on
yeah,
the
but it's
PlayStation.
also but like love of
No,
Activision
so
is like something. We also don't know why Activision went for Sony. Maybe Sony paid them for that, like more than Xbox paid them,
probably,
like something
probably
like that.
more,
Yeah,
but it should have also been the units sold of the last game,
yeah, it could
probably.
be, but it's also like
But
guys
the
from
question is,
Activision. I am sure that the business guys will like switch their sides faster than you will notice that there is something new. Like one day we are with Sony, and then the next
yeah,
20
they
years we
aren't
are with
picky.
Microsoft.
They, they aren't picky, but it was the first time that they were on the Sony press conference. I'm not sure how much it cost to Sony for that, but to be a new console war, so to speak, it would have to be a move by Xbox, because
Yes,
what
yes,
people were saying about the PlayStation is that in fact Sony is losing money at each PlayStation that they sell. They
yeah.
aren't making a lot of profit on it because of the machine. It's not that
Mm-hmm,
powerful,
mm-hmm,
but
mm-hmm.
it's expensive
Yeah.
enough for the mass production of what it is. So their gain it's in developing games for that system and cashing in on the games. So Sony, it's at its peak, so to speak. But Xbox, I cannot believe that are also Microsoft. They are making money on their console because they also reduced the price. They kicked off the Kinect. They scrapped a bunch of process and they are redoing everybody inside because of the failure that it was the Xbox One launch.
Yeah, that was
And
terrible.
so, but Microsoft, as we all know, has lots and lots of money. So
Mm.
they could decide it's a
Do
risky
you
move and it's time to bring out a new console and let's see if Sony can bring it up,
mm,
can match the game.
do you
That's
guys
the
think
question.
do you guys think that like the Xbox will turn with the new Windows 10, it will turn to some kind of streaming device for games more like people will like maybe stream games from PC to it, and they will have that kind of like interaction with PCs and Xboxes with the new Windows, or will they still be like do two different things, or will they like will will they like meld together?
I'm
And
I'm not sure. I think Xbox and Microsoft uh, launched they forced a little bit of the Windows 10 in their conference, and I'm not sure if they aren't saying, if they won't say at the launch of Windows 10 or eventually it's like you can use your PC for every Xbox One games, and that would be like crazy. Just like forget it, forget our console, just use our system, and you can buy Windows 10 and you can use it on your PC, all the Xbox games. That would
mhm,
be a different take on it. But they are going for the integration between the two, and they will have now a very interesting fight with the Steam machines.
mhm,
And that will be very interesting because the Steam machines, it's the Steam is going to try, and apparently they sold out their pre-orders of their hardware. Steam is going to try to take over also the living room area.
mhm. But it's
So
still, but it, in a way, it's still because if people will, they will get the Steam machine, then mostly, like at least if I think for myself, I still need a PC with a Windows in it to
mhm.
do all the different kind of stuff. So if it's just this new Steam iOS kind of thing, then that's not gonna work. That's
It
still
depends
like
on how well they integrate it with Windows.
yeah.
I think everybody would jump on a Steam machine or Xbox One or PlayStation 4 if they were smart and like they saw the trend that people like to stream games and etc. And they said no, the Xbox One with your PC and use it as a secondary PC to run a stream or whatever. That would
Mm,
be a very interesting move on their part, and it's obviously easier to do with the Xbox One by Microsoft than by PlayStation 4 that has the Japanese system on it. So
mhm, mhm. And yeah, true, true. But I still think that there's because Microsoft is it's still in a good spot in a way because people will still want to use Windows and they can always have Steam on the Windows. You can always have Steam and your Steam games on there. You don't need a
hmm
really overpriced Steam machine to do
no,
that.
some Steam machines are just crazy. Actually, I didn't. I'm not sure if you guys saw. I didn't check what kind of stuff Steam was selling on their first batch of pre-orders. If it was just the controls or if it was already some Steam machines. I haven't followed that subject now to see what's out there to be sold. Have you guys seen anything of that? Specifications, or were they just selling the
I
controllers?
was just reading that I think they provide some Alienware, the Dell, like with the partnership with Alienware. So
But they had a bunch of partners,
most
right? It
probab
was the
most probably they would be expensive.
Yeah, really
no,
expensive if Alienware.
Yeah,
because I think
like
they were starting to range from they were trying to get some low end ones like 500 euros cost, and then to the higher grade ones to 2000 or something like that.
Hmm.
honestly, I still don't see a real like
Market
purpose
for it.
of the Steam machines. Like
Yeah,
it's
me too.
like buying a new PC, which
It's
does
a
not.
PC that you connect to the TV and works with their remote controller. That's
Yeah,
almost like
yeah, it's
reaching
like
out the HDMI cable from your PC to the TV and
yeah,
you
yeah,
have
yeah,
it
for
sorted.
$500.
Yeah, yeah. There's no like,
So
there's no point in that.
But
there's no
I
real.
think couldn't it be for the people that just have consoles? Maybe
But
there's a big market of people that just play on console.
yeah, maybe that's a yeah, maybe that's an angle to come in maybe. So like it would be the easy way to get people to play on PC maybe if there's the like the lazy people, the ones or the ones that just don't want to play on PC because console is so easy. So but maybe there is a market for that, but I don't think like PC players will start to
Yeah,
use Steam
and
machines.
honestly, the argument that playing on console is much easier than on PC is like to be honest, have I didn't have any trouble with PC gaming lately, and I can easily play with just like on console with my controller
But
and
not everybody. Let's say you're a soccer mom from the US, you have a young kid that's 10, you don't
yeah.
know how to install an operating system, you don't know what PC you have to get a game, so you see, well, I can spend 800 bucks on a PC that the guy at the PC shop says that it's work, or I can buy this console for 500 and just insert disc to play instead of installing
or
game and stuff.
or might they just want to say they are going to use 300 bucks for a PlayStation 4 or an Xbox?
Yeah,
Why
I
are
think
they going to get a higher priced Steam machine for a kid? I don't see.
no,
We shall
I
see.
think
We
this
shall see.
we shall see.
Yeah.
I'm curious about because also Valve, we were talking about Blizzard that normally doesn't make wrong moves, and
Mm,
Valve, it's not known also for making bad moves. So
yeah.
they should have some research done and some works. Gabe doesn't like to lose money,
Hmm.
so he should know what he's doing. So we can discuss that also when the time comes. And maybe it's time to wrap this up, maybe?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
starting to fall asleep.
Yeah. I think
It's
we
really
should.
Like most of our audience.
What audience? There's only Jad, and he's probably already asleep, moonwalking and riding through sleep.
Well, it has been almost 2 hours and a half, so it's okay.
Yeah. Okay,
So
so it has been a great success.
great success. Yes.
Great
it's a great
success.
success.
Great success. And
It was a
yeah,
pleasure, like always, gentlemen, to be here.
Yeah.
yeah.
You
So
can find us at the details sort of below. Sort of, not necessarily all our
yeah, we
stream.
have to set up some stuff still for the stream. Nightbot
We've-
sometimes repeats the message of love for our Twitter and YouTube activity, and yeah, that's it.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yes.
Oh, I have to say one thing because I told Jet that I would, in terms of bingo, ball sweat. Just saying. I had to say it on stream.
That was a good one.
Okay, I will
Uh,
put some music and
yes,
we
play
will
us out.
finish this.
Play us
Bye
out.
bye
With
bye.
life. Goodbye.